boiler would kick on.
Ooh, okay.
And so literally we'd just stop and wait for it to finish.
Yeah.
Usually after a minute or so.
So I think I actually have to get into my new garage first, and then figure out some setup and lighting, and I'm just gonna go to Harbor Freight and buy those LED lights.
Yeah.
And illuminate the shit
out of it.
Right. Literally, like, I'm gonna put 6 in a 2-car garage. I'm going to be able to see
I was going to say,
everything.
Make sure they're all on individual switches. So. Looks like we are live.
Cool. Wow.
Right now. And it usually takes a few minutes for everybody to come on, of course. Looks like, I think we got Sammy on away.
How does my hair look, guys? Is it pretty? Is it lots of hat hair?
Lots of hat hair. I see the chat. Oh, look who there. Look who joins us.
Don.
It's our good friend Frank.
Oh,
yeah.
Frank.
Yeah.
Well,
is there a way I can see this separate screen? Oh, Mike. How was the trail?
Oh, yeah, I saw all the photos from the trail.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, Puddles was a little down for the count, as we'll cover later in the show.
Son of a... God, I hate full screen mode on the Mac. It gets a bit testy.
Everything that I deal with gets a little bit testy.
Here we go. I don't need to see this. This is document only. Come on. Look at that. No, son of a bitch.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this. And
Oh, well, she's too perfect.
Who?
Can I... Bree.
Oh.
How can I see just the chat on this? Can I
don't know.
What if I do this? No. If anybody has any suggestions, I'll be happy to take them.
With how to do Facebook Live better.
Yeah.
We're still new at this, guys, you know.
Look at this.
It came in, it said it was supposed to be here
Oh, there's my boy Chris. What's happening?
June 4th, but it got here a little bit earlier than we expected.
Hey, Amy. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. How can I just see the comments? All I want to see is the comments. This is ridiculous.
There's got to be a button.
There has to be a button. What's up, Ron? I don't... I mean... I'll miss some of the comments if there's not a way to do this. There's got to be a way to do this.
I usually do the comments from home. I would.
You know what? Maybe. Did I think I. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. Ooh. And then. Ah, there we go.
Perfect. So you at least get some of them.
Yeah, I got almost all of them.
Cool.
It looks awesome. All right, I don't know. Can you guys hear okay? We're doing this from my phone.
Can you hear me all right? I'm just, trying to make sure that we're not too loud on the mics and too quiet on there and not too quiet on there and too loud on the mics.
Yeah, the most important thing is the mics.
Right.
I love you people out there, but the most important thing is, getting the audio good for the podcast.
The podcast and releasing it for the show, obviously.
Yeah, so you're going to pull that in just a little bit. If you're going to sit back, if you're going to set forward, then you're good. Make sure all your stuff is muted. I forget to do that.
Yep, I'm muted, so we won't have any Dixieland car horn going off in the middle. I mean, if you guys want it, we can, but I think it wouldn't really make any sense for the actual recording of the episode. So,
all right, I think we sound okay. I'm not going to leave the headphones on.
Okay.
If you're not going to have them, it doesn't make sense.
Nope. Future reference, does Don usually bring it?
Yeah.
On? Okay.
Now, part of that has to do with the fact that we usually do your audio through the mix board. So that's the only way we can hear the audio.
Okay.
And we're lucky enough today that we can use that.
Right, because I'm in the studio, guys, you know? Get to see my beautiful face. Maybe.
Hey, thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Steve does great work over there with Planet of the Jeeps.
Absolutely.
I think he's Canadian. I hope I hope I'm remembering that correctly.
I'm pretty sure. He's up in Canada.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Canada. Sorry.
I might be moving to your house, Steve. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But absolutely, shout out for the commenting on our posts and helping getting our name out to all your followers as well. Sharing on your story and everything. It's a big help.
And before I forget to hit record, I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
And I'll make sure those numbers are going up. Those numbers are going up.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, excellent. Looks like everything's going the way it's supposed to. Now, everybody out in Facebook land will not hear the music when we start. I'm not even going to do it. There's no need.
Sammy said, "I'm leaving if if she has to look at my face." Jeez. That's okay. Bree can still stay and watch.
That's wisdom. Carolina, how you doing? We've got is that my friend Chris Dyer? Woohoo! From California.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody's seen my Facebook post recently. Might have been I think it was in the. There's a picture of me with this sweet Porsche.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of your favorite photos.
That's my friend Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
That day he took that picture. It was an awesome day. We both showed our vehicles in a car show that morning.
So they were all spiffed up and ready to go,
looking amazing. And it was cool to have my car parked between a Lamborghini and some Acura NSX or something.
Wow.
So it was pretty awesome to have that monster there. And
that's crazy.
And the cars that were there were just.
I mean, their roofs are probably like at your step rails, or top of the tires or something.
And I was going doorless, and it was pretty awesome. Then after that, it was overcast for most of that. I mean, it wasn't a bad day. It was just a little overcast, and literally as we were breaking up, the clouds parted, and Chris and I were like, "We're going to the mountains. We're just going to go for a drive." And so we went and found out what was this big box up on the mountain, which was a former military satellite installation.
Cool. Yeah.
And the road was fun to drive. I was having a hard time keeping up with him with his Porsche.
Well, absolutely.
But, I did.
Aerodynamics is not on our side.
No, definitely not on our side. And he pulled over, and I knew why he was pulling over. And
I knew it was just.
And it was going to be a nice picture spot.
That's cool.
So I think we didn't even plan to where we were going to park. He just pulled over on the side, and of course I just had to climb up the embankment and park on the embankment.
You never plan anything. That's where the best photos and stories come from.
And so he gets down in the middle of the road, laying down on his stomach to take that shot. And I had to go up the road just to make sure nobody was coming down if they were. But that was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
That is cool.
So good to have people on.
From all over. Dude.
From all over. Oh, looks like Russ is on here. We need to go and record at Russ's.
Well, let's rephrase that. We need to go raid his kegerator.
We do need to raid his kegerator, bring it and set it right over there. That's what we're going to do. I like that idea.
Might need a ride home after that, but
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, what's up, Randy? How you doing? Yeah, so I think we're starting to fill up over here.
cool.
We got a couple more minutes before I said we were going to kick off. That's for Bree.
Hi, Bray. One day we'll have your Jeep lifted and converted with, like, some giant motor in it or something.
Something.
That's the plan.
We'll keep adding to it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Jeeps are never-ending projects, and when they end, I feel like that should be like a saying of the show.
Oh yeah.
When your project ends, that's when you sell it.
In my mind, I'm just to shovel the dirt over my face, and
Well, yeah.
that's when mine's going to end. Hey, John. We've got a good crowd going tonight. I
What
like
do we
it.
got on there?
I don't know. I can't see.
Can't see.
No, I can't see.
Oh, maybe I can see.
Not enough. I'll go ahead and say it right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
We've got a lot on here. Kristen, how was the trails?
16.
All right.
So.
We'll keep climbing.
Yeah,
we'll
will.
keep climbing. Tell your
15.
friends. Tell your friends.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Hey, Randy. Randy's on tonight. Chris Owens is on. We got a lot of people. Ronald.
Yeah.
Ronald Hawk. Russell, we'll talk about puddles later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's, yeah. As most of you know, you might follow our Instagram, but, yeah. Puddles had to hitch a ride home. And not in a good way.
But it was fun, though. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Right up until...
Yeah. I destroyed my fender with a tree.
That was kind of funny, too.
Yeah. That's there's a reason why
Yeah.
I drive puddles.
All right.
Cool.
How about it? Is everybody ready to go?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, hit that button.
I would normally hit that button, but there's no need to hit that button right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we just hear it through the little headphone speaker.
Oh, so that's why I always hear it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And since our audience out there isn't going to hear it
No, they're not.
tonight because of that.
On the phone.
Yeah, if anybody really knows how to do technical work with Facebook Live or has a really good webcam, hit me up. And let's try to figure that out.
There's got to be some.
There's got to be
a better way.
It needs to run through my computer. My computer needs to be closer to me.
Right.
So using the camera on my computer wouldn't be a great thing. Otherwise, it would just be me all the time, and nobody wants that.
No.
No.
Well, they want to see both of us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or all three of us.
More importantly.
Yeah.
We are down to dawn tonight. Oh,
Down to dawn. Down to dawn.
Well,
We're down $1 too. Down to dawn and down $1. Say that 3 times fast.
oh my god! Oh my god!
This is gonna be a good show, guys.
And I haven't taken one drink of my beer yet. What am I waiting on?
I don't know. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, yeah, I think if we figure out a webcam situation that we can put over there, and
That's optimum.
yeah,
That's a good beer. Thanks, Chris. I knew I could count on you. That's why I asked you. Come on. My friend Chris.
yeah.
He's got all the solutions.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's an amazing storyteller.
Okay.
He's a videographer,
He
does movies. And he loves automobiles.
Gotcha.
He's everything I want to be, and then some.
Yeah. So same here.
He's a good dude. We've done a lot together.
So he knows a thing or two.
He definitely knows a thing or two.
Okay.
And don't get him started on his Porsche, because to the bolt he can tell you the detail of everything about that Porsche.
I believe that.
It's awesome.
I'm pretty close on Big Red.
On his Porsche?
No, on Big Red.
I love it. All right, we're going to get rolling here. I'm glad everybody's there. We'll get started. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We're a podcast where we're sharing that Jeep life and hopefully living it to the fullest. This week has been an awesome Jeep week for me. And I'm joined in the studio for the first time ever.
Woo!
Ever! I got my good friend Bill here. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing well, Terry. Just enjoying this nice weather. The top is off. As some of you know, I ride with the hard top, so I muscled up the strength to remove the hard top this weekend, and she's been running around, as we call it, naked.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's been great, the wind in my hair or in my hat, and just enjoying this weather, and I'm praying it doesn't rain. Yesterday it was looking a little close.
It got really rough for a minute without a single drop.
And I was down. Now I'm going to be becoming an Allentonian, as they call it.
Is that what they call it?
That's supposedly.
All right.
But yeah, I was looking out the window, and my family member was saying to me that it's looking awfully dark out there, and I was like, well, we're 45 minutes from the house, so it doesn't matter if I get rained on. I get rained on, and oh well.
Pull the drain plugs and go.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah. So that Big Red is parked out in front of the studio.
Yes.
Beastly.
She's temperamental, though.
Yeah, she's going through a thing or two.
She's not happy with me right now.
No.
I don't know what it is. I think it's some wiring issues, and that's never fun. So.
No, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I know with all the resources we have between you, Don, and everybody else.
I know what it is. It's a camshaft position sensor. But it's
rip that thing off. Put a new one on.
I'm on the third one.
Oh.
And it's just, I think it's down to the wiring.
It might be the wiring, yeah.
Or the camshaft, or the Hall effect sensor, or the Hall effect magnet, or... There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out.
Yep.
I'm glad it's you, not me.
It's kind of what I specialize in.
Yeah, it's just chasing all the whack-a-moles. So my Jeep is more naked than yours.
I know.
Doors came off. The top, the instant the sun comes out, top goes down.
Well, absolutely.
Right, and I think we talked a little bit last week about I'm missing a part for my soft top.
Right, yeah.
And Best Buy has got one on its way. Their customer support is awesome. I mean, Best Top.
Yes, Best Top.
Best Buy, Best Top. They're doing awesome work. The girl on the phone was just fantastic. But getting my doors off was interesting.
So tell me about that.
Oh my God! So all four doors wouldn't budge. Normally at the beginning of the season, it's one door that gives you a hard time.
Yeah.
And you just muscle it or soak
Jimmy
it
enough
in PB Blaster and
right.
it eventually comes out. Well, all four of my doors would not budge at all. So I try lifting it from standing position. I get out a stool so I can get a little height on it and try to use nothing but
put
legs.
Your shoulder under it.
Nothing. Doesn't budge. So I pull out my floor jack.
Oh.
Yeah, which of course is nowhere near the door. Nowhere near. So then I put like this 10 by 12 board on top of the floor jack.
Right.
And put a jack stand. And extend that jack stand up. Put a towel over the jack stand so it doesn't touch the bottom of the door.
Paint or anything like that.
And then wicka with it up.
Lift the Jeep up.
The whole Jeep moves. not one thing about the door moves. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And I start seeing a little bit of space.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right. So I get out the PB Blaster again. I squirt it in there. I let it sit. I put the jack down. And then I,
work it in
there. Then I go and do it again. Again, the Jeep just lifts up, and I'm like, am I going to break my hinges, or am I going to bend those things? What am I doing? And eventually it just kind of slid right out.
Well, that's nice.
It wasn't even a jerky movement. It just kind of slid right out. So took that one off, took another one off. I had to use the jack on all of them.
Wow.
And the first one was definitely the most work.
Right. And then you get the feel of it and where you should place the jack and kind of go.
Yeah. So once I kind of figured out the process, got them all done. I'm like, I'm not going to go through this again. I need bushings.
Right.
So in goes our phone a friend, our technician on
who's your phone a friend, Terry?
on staff, Scott, and I'm like, dude. So which bushings did you recommend?
Which ones did you put in your Jeep?
So he says, hey, I just happen to have a set that I'm not using yet.
That's nice.
I'm going to be in your neck of the woods. And so I go and meet him.
Okay.
And
it's like, where are you going to be?
Wherever it is, I'm going.
Yeah.
And so I go and meet him, and it was like a drug deal gone bad in a parking lot somewhere.
Here's the bushings.
And so he handed me the bushings, and I've got a set on order for him to replace.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So he can do that because he hadn't had his doors off yet.
And he'll just pick them up.
Yeah. And
you just had to pay for them, really.
Exactly.
I'll pick up there.
Exactly. So the process of replacing those is not that big of a deal.
Never done it.
Because most of them come with a tool.
Okay.
That you use.
We all need a tool.
And we all need a tool. So the bushings sit in the hinge, and the tool, you put it underneath the bottom.
Okay.
And you want to use something to protect your Jeep.
Right.
Because you're going to be using a hammer.
Oh. Big hammer, little hammer, medium-sized hammer?
So I got my middle-of-the-road hammer.
Middle-of-the-road hammer.
Out. And you just hit it up. Bang, 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 bang. And eventually it'll move and slide up. And those were corroded like you wouldn't believe. They were gross. They were really gross. And so I replaced 5 of them.
5?
Yeah, 5. Because I have my foot pegs in and my mirror on already. Gotcha. And so I just wanted to get through those. Right. And then today I took the mirror and the foot pegs off because I had time.
Yeah.
And replaced those 3. But those, if you're wondering, it is the Kentrell JK door hinge liners.
Okay.
Tool included. And this is for the 4-door version. Now, I will put this up. We'll Instagram it out.
Yes, I will get it up on Instagram.
But these are available on Quadratech, and that's where I would recommend getting them because done. I think it's under $40.
Perfect.
Easy. It's got the tool.
Is that your new under $50?
This is my new under $50
Jeep modification.
Yeah, and what's bad is no one will ever see that modification.
No, but it will cause you a lot of ease in the future.
A lot of ease. And that's Kentrell, Kentrol. I'll put that in the show notes.
Cool.
Yeah, that helped my day out a lot.
Absolutely. I haven't removed my doors in probably, I don't know how long. I don't even know if I have bushings left. That's how long.
Mine were borderline. I wish they didn't exist.
Non-existent.
I would have preferred
you
that.
might get to that point where they just disintegrate and.
Yeah, but it's been doors off, top down.
Yeah.
I took a real nice drive this morning through the mountains.
Cool.
It was cold.
It was a little chilly,
but worth it. Worth every second of it.
Absolutely. I agree. Any day with the top down is a good day.
It is a good day.
Well, any day driving a Jeep's a good day.
Oh, that Jeep life.
that Jeep life.
I love it. Here's a segment that we're going to start, and it's an events segment. And if anybody's got a clever name they want to throw our way, info@jeeplifepodcast.com. Throw it our way. I would love to get a name for this segment other than just events.
Events.
Our events calendar.
Well, this could be like Jeep Life Podcast Gives Back.
Yeah.
This is more of a giving back, community service thing, which is part of the Jeep Life.
Very much a part of the Jeep Life. Very much. So this is our event segment. So if your Jeep Club, anything has an event that you would like for us to mention and try to help you get people there, we'd love to.
Yeah.
And in particular,
or close enough for us to attend.
Oh yeah, that'd be even better.
You know, and we're working on some events.
Yes, we are. I
We
mean,
got some ideas.
You know, well, we had our own event.
Yeah, we did
This past weekend.
Oh. Should we talk about that?
Let's talk about that after the event.
Okay, we'll talk about that after.
We'll talk about that after the events because that was an interesting. That was our own event, so it'll fall perfectly in this. But coming up on June 5th and 6th, the Forward Theory Food Drive, and that is a thank you to concert and event industry workers. It's going to help them out because right now there is no concerts or events happening.
I know.
And those people don't have a job, right? They count on that income.
Right.
So we're doing a food drive, and it's not us in particular. It is Forward Theory. We're just helping out, getting the word out there. And it is at 2300 Arena. And that is in Philadelphia. So if you're in around Philadelphia, make sure to drop off some food there. They would be way appreciative of that, I'm sure. Canned goods, dry goods, anything that would help out. They'll be awesome. Peanut butter and jelly. Right. Who doesn't love peanut butter and jelly?
Well, I don't. I only like peanut butter.
You don't like the jelly part?
I don't like the jelly part.
Oh, interesting.
So I like peanut butter sandwiches. But yeah, you can donate, or just jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. So
I think we'll have to stop the podcast. I don't know that we can go on.
I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. I'm
Rich in the machine.
I'm weird.
It's just done. Oh,
no, but absolutely. Real quick question: is there an online donation for people that can't make it out?
I
feel like there should be, or there is.
So you can contact Forward Theory Management for questions, and that's info@forwardtheorymanagement.com. info@forwardtheorymanagement.com. Or go to their Facebook page as well. They would love any kind of donation or support, and you can contact them for that at that email address, and I'm sure they have a way to set that up.
Yeah. An address to send a check or something like
that. Yeah, that'd be great. So I guess that brings us to our event last week. We recorded live at AOAA, and we asked listeners to join us, and we had a good chunk of listeners there.
Absolutely. It was a good time. A couple of the listeners went out prior to us going out because they had some awesome annual passes that AOA offers, which is nice. So, annual pass, awesome for AOAA. I just personally bought one. But also they have the day passes, which are great too. And you were lucky enough to interview Dave later in the week. Yeah. Because it was absolutely mobbed.
It was so crazy.
Like, I've been there when it's crowded on a nice, fall or spring. Or even there's a couple summer days where, they're starting to park up in the grass, which if you've ever been to AOA before, they have an upper kind of parking lot area. Yeah. But that was full, and they were parking. The other parking lot over by the pavilion was full, and they were moving over to, which is left-hand side of their main office, which was, wow. Yeah. I've never seen it that crowded.
No, I haven't either. And even when we've done club events, and we bring in 100 Jeeps, right? It still didn't seem.
No, I mean Dave did say 2,500, around 2,500.
Yeah, for 4 days.
For 4 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which that's ATVs, dirt bikes, side by sides, crazy buggies. Yeah. Which, by the way, everybody, our Jeep of the Week last week, as Puddles. Yes, we're going to get to Puddles. As Puddles was sitting in the parking lot, we saw our Jeep of the Week being towed in by another Jeep. So he must have sent it pretty hard out there.
He must have.
So, and I didn't even send it that hard, and Puddles still broke.
Yeah. So we were out on trail, I think 3B now.
3B, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was really great. No, but where did Puddles break? It was 9A.
No, we went past 9A, and it was going into getting on a different trail. But I was just on flat ground, and I went to go make a turn, and track bar brakes and, well, track bar mount on the axle side broke, snapped off. Welds were not the best from the previous owner, and it's basically the only thing that I haven't touched.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, now I'm going to touch it.
Yeah.
Very well.
Right, and strengthen that up a bit.
Yeah, so shout out to, once again, Quadratech. I logged right on and ordered up a track bar mount, and hopefully it works, and if not, I'll figure it out and make it work.
No, I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
For the price also. The price was just right.
You know, I'm right behind you. We're getting ready to head back out because we just come off of this little neat, gnarly part of the trail.
Yeah.
And done. Line everything back up. Yeah. And I see you go to make a turn, or actually just straighten up, and the whole front of the Jeep just shifts. Tires don't move anywhere. No. And that it was, and that's where the tree got the fender, right?
The best of the fender,
yeah.
Ripped half the fender off. Nice big old dent on the new quarter panel. Not new, but yeah. So in the whole processes of redoing puddles, I kind of touched up some paint in places.
Nice.
Repainted the front grille. Yeah, that has a giant scratch down the side of it.
Yeah.
The fender's all pushed in. Yeah, it's
that's what that Jeep's for.
Right, and as I've said before, Puddles is a trail rig.
Yeah.
She's beaten, battered, and loved.
Yeah, and loved. It was interesting. You know, we're coming back to the trailhead. You're behind me with a tow strap.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling out another XJ off of the trails because I leaned over to Don. And I was like, you know, it would be interesting if this was just the first time that I've done this. Yeah. But in my rearview mirror, I'm pulling another XJ out. You know, but it was a great time. It did a great job leading us through things, making sure everybody.
Only one U-turn.
Only one.
Which it was kind of weird that section that we got onto it. That was Trail 2.
Yeah.
And it was a weird turnabout kind of way, but oh well.
You know, it's funny because I've been leading a group in a very similar area.
Yeah.
But I think I was on 9 when it was a little offshoot off of 9, and because of the construction with the pipeline at the time.
Oh, okay.
A trail that was normally there was no longer there.
Right.
So I had to make a U-turn, and it was, you know, same side of the mountain, you know, same idea. But that was awesome. We had probably 10, 12 listener Jeeps total.
Yeah.
There.
Picked up made a new friend.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin he was in a Gladiator. Yeah. And that thing, it held its own.
He had some tight corners.
Right. But the wheelbase on a Gladiator, you're gonna run into that.
But his enthusiasm, his name was Gabe.
Gabe?
I think it was Gabe.
My bad. Sorry.
I think. Forgive us.
Yeah.
But I think it was Gabe that joined. There were 3 Kevins there.
Yeah, and that got confusing.
There were 3 Kevins there, and I think it was Gabe. I'm not sure. We'll get back to him.
He was from New York.
Yeah. And
he had a New York license plate. He was from Jersey. Sweet little
Gladiator.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I loved it. But yeah.
Wasn't his first Jeep.
No, but he went after it. Yeah. There was nothing absolutely. He wasn't. I loved it. His enthusiasm was awesome.
Loved it.
So yeah. So Puddles is in Puddles rehab.
Once again. And that was it was the first time I had it out in a year.
You were so excited.
I was.
So excited.
I was like, oh, she's going to do great. You know, we're going to have a good time. I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm not going to burn out my clutch. Because that was kind of one of my main
but you tried to burn out your clutch.
Oh, yeah. That trail 9A may have kissed a tree at one point. But
I've seen the side. Yeah.
Like I said.
But that's what that Jeep is for.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, so Puddles is in rehab. We'll get her out again, and we'll have a good time.
I gotta have her done before July 1st. Because I gotta move her from my house to my new house.
Because I had to drive you home. That's right.
You did have to drive me home. Yes, Puddles hitched a ride with a flatbed.
Yep. You hitched a ride with Kylo.
Yeah, with Kylo.
It was great. We got to spend more time together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Jeep of the Week.
Yeah, so...
We have our friend Bart Rogers.
Yes, Bart.
And
he has a pretty sweet TJ.
It is... He's not afraid to take it out either.
No,
he's definitely not afraid to take it out.
High-centered on this giant boulder, which we will post these photos up. High-centered in a giant boulder, and the smile on his face is literally from side to side. It's a TJ Rubicon in 03, and he's built this thing.
Yeah.
He has, front and rear Dana 44s. He's running solid diff covers, 4088 gears. He does have RVC chromoly front axle shafts. And he's done a fancy little mod to be able to control the lockers at all transfer case gears, which is kind of a common modification that people make on the Rubicon because, as some people know, you can only engage your lockers when you're in 4 low.
Oh, right.
So it's a cool little different thing. He has a Savvy transfer case cable shifter. He is running 1/4-inch aluminum extra clearance transfer case skid plate, an oil pan skid plate, aluminum gas tank skid plate. So, I mean, being high-centered on that rock is not going to hurt that Jeep whatsoever.
Not at all. Not at all.
He's running an 1.25-inch JKS body lift, 2.5-inch heavy OEM springs, custom adjustable front track bar, rear track bar. This guy really built this thing up. And as you can see, it's sitting on 35-inch tires. It looks like it's sitting pretty high off the ground, but at the same time, it's not too high where your center of gravity's off.
Right.
It can still pretty much get really off camber and still make it through.
Yeah, it looks great. He's from Southern Maryland, so it's awesome to hear from somebody outside our area. That's pretty awesome. So Bart, thanks for sending that in.
Yeah.
And if you want to, we'll have pictures of this on our Instagram
and Facebook.
They'll hit there as well. So Bart, thanks. If you want your Jeep to be Jeep of the Week, we've got a nice little list going that we get to choose from and then use as. I don't think we're running out for a while, so that's positive. We like that. info@jeeplifepodcast.com. Send those in. The mics are kind of in the way, but you'll be able to see it. You'll get the idea.
Yeah.
So info@jeeplifepodcast.com. Send us your rig. Let us see it. Maybe it'll be featured on the podcast. We'd love that.
And quick tip: if you are sending in pictures of your Jeep, try to include like 3 pictures of your Jeep. I think that's a good number to have. Modification list, high-level modification list.
As much as I love the fact that you might put door handles in, or
right, but keep it high level, and give a little description of what your Jeep means to you.
Yeah.
We said before, it doesn't have to be super modified, sitting on 40-inch tires, and V8.
Right.
It can be a stock Jeep with some fun. Modifications of that.
Yeah.
What makes your Jeep yours, and why is it special to you?
Yeah, wow. And I mean, that speaks to the Jeep life.
Right.
100%. I mean, my Jeep is, it's really special to me, but it's not.
It's really special to me because it got me home.
Yeah. And thank goodness for that. It got you home, and then it got me home.
It got you home, too.
So our experience this past weekend got me to thinking, and you and I agreed that this will be a really good topic for us to roll into.
Right. And there's 2 levels of this topic. So, and we just talked about this before the show. What do you carry in your Jeep when you're going to the trails? And as we say, there's 2 levels. Terry drives a much newer, much more comfortable Jeep on coil springs on all four corners.
Right.
And I drive a very old 1998 XJ that might fall apart going down the trail. So, we carry very different tools and parts and stuff in our Jeep out on the trails. So first, we're going to start with Terry and what he carries on the trail. And then we can cover some of the things that I carry on the trail. And one of them is a big old hammer.
A big old hammer. I had to go in my trail kit to get my hammer out to do the doors. And this, so I have a big black tub that
Tote.
A tote, if you will, and it is my trail tote, but it basically lives in the back of my Jeep no matter what.
Yeah.
Inside that thing, well, the first thing you want to have when you're going out is a buddy.
Right.
Keep that in your Jeep, in their Jeep.
Yeah.
You want to have a buddy. You don't want to do it by yourself.
No. And real quick, I do want to speak to this, and there's been some things on Facebook and this and that. I can't stress enough, and this is coming from being a Boy Scout. They run on the buddy system.
Yeah.
And when we talk buddy system, we're talking 2 Jeeps.
2 Jeeps.
You know.
Or 2 vehicles.
2 vehicles. And it's just smart to go out with 2 vehicles because, and this is another thing, is a winch is only rated to so high. There's only so much manpower that one person can put out. And, you know, it's always better to have 2 heads than 1.
Absolutely.
And another vehicle is very important just because if one breaks down, somebody gets hurt.
You have a way out.
You have a way out.
Yeah.
And I just can't stress it enough.
No. Put the buddy with you.
Right.
Have your buddy with you.
Have your buddy with you.
Or a group. So let's make that assumption that we're going to go out with our buddy.
Right.
Tow points.
Yes.
On your vehicle. Make sure you have front and rear tow points.
And we're not talking the little, like, you know, plastic things that are on the front of your bumper.
No. We want full to the frame tow points. Right. Remember that XJ that we had to pull off? No tow points.
There may be a picture on a social media platform that one of my buddies in his underwear, chest deep, in a mud hole,
but that
trying to get under the front axle.
Yeah, because no tow points.
No tow points.
So tow points, imperative. All Jeeps have front and rear tow points from the factory. All Wranglers do. I think Trailhawk.
I'm pretty sure Trailhawks
have it of every
that's
lineup.
That package line.
So
yeah,
they have
Jeep
that
offers.
So let's get to the stuff that I carry with me. I generally will have my cell phone.
Right.
With GPS.
Yes.
So that's important as well.
Yeah.
But I have my tote, and in my tote I've got recovery equipment with tow strap and recovery strap, gloves. Things are hot.
Yeah.
Okay, and cables if you're using a winch, which I have on the front of my Jeep. Mm-hmm. If you're using a winch, you don't want to do cable barehanded.
No.
At all. So gloves. A set of tools, arranging and put 2 10mm sockets in there because you probably lost one already. So go ahead and put a couple in there.
A couple extensions.
A couple extensions, some tools. I love the idea of a hammer.
Yes.
That's huge.
I carry a very large sledgehammer.
Mine's. I don't have that kind of envy.
I call it the Persuader.
The Persuader. It's definitely going to help out for sure. I need to get a first aid kit to put in the Jeep. I don't have one. Because Bree reminded me we need Band-Aids for boo-boos.
Always need Band-Aids for boo-boos.
Always need Band-Aids for boo-boos.
So here's another real quick thing.
Yeah.
Is when there's 2 people or 2 vehicles, somebody, if you don't have one thing, tend to be that the other person might have it.
Yeah. Oh, and then that's kind of how I built my tote.
Right. Was
every time I would go out, I would need something.
Yeah.
And somebody else would have it, and I would go, oh, next time.
That's something
I'll have that.
Good to remember.
Zip ties, I have all size variations of zip ties. I have 2 different jacks. So I have my high lift farm jack,
Right.
which is great with a base. You know, I've got a nice big mud base for it. Great for doing those real quick lifts. But I also have a bottle jack,
Okay.
which might be better for lifting the axle up
Right.
when the high lift jack won't do that in a good way. So I do have a bottle jack in there. What else do I have in there? I've got towels. Your friend Matt needed my towels when he came out of the mud on a very cold day.
It was cold that day.
It was cold, so having towels is a big deal.
Yep.
What else do I have in there? I've got
Ratchet straps.
I threw those in that morning.
Which I used.
I threw ratchet straps into the box, so now there's a replacement set of ratchet straps in there. Because we had to use those on puddles.
Didn't go well.
So I hadn't been carrying those, and I don't know what made me think to throw those in.
Ratchet straps are just great because you can use them to tie things down.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is like, if you're out somewhere and you need to tie something down quick going home or, stopping at Home Depot, Lowe's, this, that, the other thing. Yeah.
And bungees.
Bungees
Are good to have.
Bungees
I mean, they're probably not good for repairs,
Yeah.
but maybe they'll keep that fender off of your tire. So that whatever needs to happen, we can make happen. Now let's see, what else did I have? Oh, I've got my remote for my winch underneath the seat. I keep that in the front part of the Jeep because it's easier to access. Just in case I'm bogged in the mud, I don't want to have to try to get around to the back to get out of the tote to get that. I keep that. And I do have a fire extinguisher strapped to the rear roll bar. And that's a relatively new addition in the last 6 months.
And what's your latest addition? Well, I don't know if you have it yet.
Oh, I haven't. But I did have one on this.
We did have one.
On this trip was
shout out to
Power
Scott
Tank.
and Power Tank.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a lifesaver. I know that
it was awesome.
I rescued somebody in the parking lot.
Yeah.
We hadn't even
Before
gone out.
we even started.
Before we even started.
Anybody have an air compressor? Yeah. We got something.
Yeah.
Your face lit up so quick. You're like, yeah, I got something. Let's go. You're like a little puppy getting a treat or something.
I tell you, that Power Tank, it's so much fun.
Awesome.
Because it's so good at what it does.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's by far, hands down, better than anything out on the market.
Under a minute, it inflated tires from 15.2 PSI to 33-ish, 35-ish. 35 PSI. Under a minute. It was... And that wasn't even the monster valves.
Right. That
which
was just
they
the
have
regular
monster
valve.
valves.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they're even more crazy, which is straight from... It just allows more airflow into the tire.
Right. As we're going, I'm getting things pop up on the thing.
Funny enough, Vaughn, I carry an extra pair of socks.
Yeah, you need those.
I always do.
Yeah, extra change of clothes is a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't, but that's a really good idea. So maybe I'll do that right now. Put a little go bag in the back.
I always have one in the Cherokee. It's under the rear seat.
That's a good idea. Now, in my kit is my tire repair kit.
Right.
Because you need that.
Yep.
My deflators, I keep those in the back. Which JT Brooks deflators, if you haven't tried them, they're the most accurate and the best that I've run across. So JT Brooks, sweet stuff. And I think that's it for my tote.
Okay.
What you got? You need more than I do.
So I have an onboard air compressor that runs... So I actually carry air tools with me. So I have an air impact gun, air grinder, air ratchet. So I can run any air tool off my compressor. I have a 5-gallon tank in the trunk, so that's pretty sweet. And you can also run that off the power tank if you get the correct attachments.
That's true. Actually, straight up,
Yeah, so there you go.
With the super coupler,
Yep.
you don't need an attachment.
Cool little thing.
Yeah.
So I do carry all my air tools. I carry a set of jumper cables, more ratchets. Yeah. I carry a 1/2-inch set. I carry a 3/8 set. I carry crow's feet, which, do you know what crow's feet are?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's basically a 90-degree turn.
Oh, yeah.
For a ratchet set.
Yep.
Which, funny enough, I bought them one day after off-roading during off-roading because my buddy blew a power steering line.
Okay.
And you need them to get into the power steering lines. What else? All kinds of
tarps.
I have a tarp.
And
also the little pads, like the floor pads.
That was instrumental.
Yeah. Learned that one day.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Trying to cut apart a trash bag to lay on in the mud.
Yeah.
Where Puddles got her name.
Right. So having tarps in there was...
Yeah, tarps
awesome.
is necessary. Yeah, just a box of random parts. Nuts, bolts, this, that, the other thing, washers.
That's a good idea.
Throttle positions. Older motor, throttle position sensor, map sensor, an extra distributor cap, all kinds of different stuff.
Because you never know when those are going to get wet.
And just stop working.
Right?
XJ that you pulled out the first time.
Right. It got
right
doors deep in stuff, and then once we recovered it, got it out, it was good for another mile
or so
ish.
Towed it out.
Yeah.
Got it home. Let it sit for a week. Got in. Started right up. Ran.
There
fine.
you go.
So it's kind of, you start to learn little things. Ratchet straps. My tow recovery bag, I probably have 3 times as much stuff as you do.
Yeah, probably.
I have a 30-foot, a 20-foot, 10-foot, 2 8-foot tree savers, a snatch block, gloves, extra D-rings, a regular rope.
Yeah.
I got so much recovery gear because of the fact of I had to recover a Ford Ranger off of Renee's Hill, which is a red trail.
Right.
Out. It might be a black trail. Either one. It's still insane trail out at AOAA.
Yeah.
It took us 6 hours to recover one vehicle off this hill because the axle was parallel with the frame rails. So you learn. And every time you come off the trail, you go, all right, what didn't I have? Right.
What do I need?
Yep.
I know that we're going to, at some point, do a full episode on recovery.
Yes.
And talk about winch safety and winch materials. But a snatch block, I need to get a snatch block. Yeah. Because math.
Yeah, so snatch block, it doubles your pulling capacity.
Yep.
So it's basically a pulley.
Yep.
That when you go on YouTube, look up how a pulley works, and you basically just multiply your pulling capacity by 2.
Yep, and if you have a third one, or a second one, even better.
And I've seen guys use 2.
Yep.
It's insane.
The math, it just exponentially gets stronger and every time. So snatch block is next to go in my box. And for safety's sake, another reason I carry the towels is anytime I need to use my winch, I want to put the towels on there so it deadens the energy if something goes wrong.
Yep. Cable is a loaded gun.
Yep.
Metal cable is a loaded gun. The synthetic rope, we've seen it happen.
It still has energy, but it doesn't have...
it releases it instantaneously and drops. It doesn't
We've broken yours.
Yeah, broke mine.
Yep. So that's what's in the back of our Jeeps.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sammy carries extra batteries for toys that Bree brings.
Yeah, well, you got to have...
When you have kids, you learn other things.
Yeah, that brings its own set of things that you just carry with you all the time.
Absolutely. I carry U-joints, too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Good to know. Yeah. Good to know.
So, you run the Zeppa joints.
Right.
In yours, so it
wouldn't work.
No. I can figure something out. And I was looking into a trail welder.
Oh, you did show us. Yeah.
So
interesting.
I might try to figure something out. Or they are very expensive. Trail welders you're looking at like a big old $1,000.
And is that using the battery? Your battery?
No, it was a self-contained box.
Oh wow.
It was pretty cool. Right. It uses flux core.
Right.
It's MIG welder. but it runs off 2 batteries linked together in series and a whole bunch of cool stuff.
And now we're adding even more weight to to pour puddles.
It was literally the size of your Pelican.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is probably, 16 by 12.
Yeah.
About
That's awesome.
8 inches tall.
All right. You give me training classes on welding.
Okay.
We'll take care of it.
Okay.
I want to wear the hood.
You want to wear the hood? Welding's awesome. It's so much fun.
So
you gotta wear long sleeves or else you get a sunburn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all that heat going off there. So if you do have stuff that's yours that you like to add to our list, I would love that. info@jeeplifepodcast.com will get us that, and then we'll probably eventually put it out on Instagram and update and add it up.
We can even let's make something on the website, a checklist.
Ooh, we could do that.
A page, what you should bring.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding ding ding. Well, that means I got to work more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put the list together.
All right, you put the list together. I'll get it on the webpage.
Cool.
All right, perfect. And then as you our listeners send it in, we'll
we can
update.
add it.
Yeah, we can update that list and have it going so you can check yourself. And
Yep.
That'd be awesome. Good idea.
Yeah. With an older Jeep, you learn to bring lots of nuts and bolts too.
Yeah.
Because some fall out of your head too.
Well, you got to replace those.
Yeah.
So that's our main topic. Where can people find us?
Well, there's a lot of places you can find us.
Oh yeah.
So main social media platforms is Instagram @JeepLifePod, which is right here for some people that, if you're listening in. Also on Facebook, the Jeep Life Podcast. Just throw it in the search bar and you can find us right there. You can find our live Facebook, recordings. Also our website, thejeeplifepodcast.com. YouTube, another one.
Yeah.
Type in the Jeep Life Podcast. It's all the Jeep Life Podcast.
Yeah, it's all this. It's all
like,
this.
subscribe, leave us a review.
Oh, I'd love to have a review.
Even on our videos too, we see that.
Yeah, we see that. And it means a lot to us. It gets us excited to produce more material.
Right.
But it also helps other people find us.
Yes.
And that's what the Jeep Life is all about, is sharing that experience, right? So please go leave a review. We would appreciate it on all of our medias. And we do have, you can see, I believe it's here, we do have Jeep Life podcast stickers that look just like the big guy behind us and on my computer. But we also I do have a couple of special edition decals that are our Instagram.
Jeep Life Pod.
If you review us and let me know, or let Bill know, or let somebody know that you did, I'll get your address and I'll send you a couple of those.
Oh yeah.
One of these and one of these to put on your vehicle. That'd be awesome. They are limited, so first come, first serve. Make yourself at home. I have some of my Jeep.
And also another thing is we like hearing from our listeners and viewers too. If you have our number, Facebook, send us some pictures of your Jeep. What did you do? Tag us.
Yeah.
Absolutely tag us.
Yeah, we're starting to get more and more tags.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I like seeing it.
I love it.
And we'll share it too.
So
I gotta figure it out, but yeah, we'll share it.
We'll share it. Anything else?
No, that's it. Just living the Jeep life.
I love it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You guys have been awesome. Facebook Live land, I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the trails. Man, that was awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun being in studio. This is B, right?
I think this is B, yeah.
Yeah, this is Studio B. Okay.
I can't remember. I get confused. We need to label it somewhere.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun.
It was a good time. I liked it. It's always more fun in person.
It is.
The synergy, the atmosphere, and I love being able to watch this. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. We're going to have it at Studio C soon.
Soon, I love it.
30 days.
It's gonna be well lit. Is what it's gonna.
Oh, it's gonna be very well lit.
I got to figure out how to get this table to. I love this table. Yeah, they do come off.
4 bolts.
That's how I got it here. Yeah,
Mm.
and I've got extra stools, so I mean, we can send those and have those live permanently somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have tables, so table isn't the issue,
Right.
and I'll start sticker slapping.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So if you've got a sticker you want to send us,
Yeah.
send us a sticker.
Or if you're gonna see us, give us some stickers.
Yeah, because we've started sticker slapping the studio.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. But thanks everybody for tuning in.
Mostly Jeep stickers.
Mostly Jeep stickers. Yeah, keep it in the industry.
Except Brie.
Yeah, Bree can send us some. I have a Simba.
Yeah. I love Simba.
I love it. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you. I'm gonna get up and turn it off. Did you hear all that creaking?